morning, everybody. My name is Joe Tantum, and I hope you're all doing well today. I am from Converge One, and Converge One is a Cisco network and cybersecurity company. It's important that I'm here today because as a pharmaceutical company, you folks already know how important it is not to have any person hack your network or to have a breach. We're here today to represent not just Converge One as a partner of Cisco, but to represent Cisco as the true platform to use for your network security. Now, why do I say that? There are literally hundreds of security products out there, hundreds. And what many companies do is they deploy 30, 40, 50 different products on their network. What does this cause? This causes a lot of confusion. It causes a lot of complexity. It causes a lot of manpower hours, and it causes delay in fixing any time there is a breach. Why does that happen? Well, because there's no seamless technology, there's no integration. That's why we love working with Cisco, and I think you're going to love working with Cisco because all the platforms are integrated. Now, what is the process when you talk about Cisco? Cisco has a proven method. They have the before, the during, and the after. So the Cisco products are in three phases, and they call it the continuum. And this continuum kind of works like Star Trek. If you're familiar with Star Trek, you know, they have the ship called the Enterprise. So when you talk about the Enterprise, when it needs to protect itself, it starts with the perimeter. And that perimeter is the shields. In the Cisco world, that's the before phase. And that shield consists of your domain name system. It consists of your next generation firewall. And it consists of your ICE or your identity engine. So that's your first level. Now, everybody knows there's a lot of intelligent people in this world. And these people got high IQs. And they're able to get through any part of your security. So if you get through, if you get an intruder that gets through the first level, then you have the during phase, the Cisco's during phase. And again, going back to the Star Trek Enterprise, this phase would be the titanium exterior of the ship and all the doors and causeways that are all secured by heavy metal type products that you can't get through. On the Cisco world, what are these things? Well, now we're at the point where you're talking about your email security appliance, your web security appliance, and your IPS, which is your intrusion protection service. These are to stop dead in its track on a real-time basis the spam that's coming through, the malware is coming through, and now we're identifying the actual threat. Going again, people are still so smart out there that they get past that point. They actually get into the after stage on the continuum of Cisco. Well, now the threat, the phishing, the hacking has now reached into the core of your ship. So what do we got to do now? We got to contain. So in the Star Trek Enterprise ship, they're going to shut down all the compartments inside the ship and contain the virus wherever it is or contain the threat wherever it is. Cisco does the same thing. Cisco does this with AMP, with their advanced malware product, and they do it with their LandCoat product, which is an intelligent product that can actually see what's going on and help not only contain the threat, but help fix the threat. A couple other products that are major and important to you, as much as they're important to to any company. There's the Cisco Stealth Watch. This is a program that Cisco has that's looking over the whole network. This Stealth Watch is got machine learning intelligence in it, which means it's watching and teaching itself all the rhythms of your network. What's happening that's good, what's happening that's bad. And it's learning behaviors. And as it's learning, it's picking up threats right away, again, on real time, so that they can be identified, and they can be actionable. And then there's TrustSec. And TrustSec is the software-defined segmentation. So now we're going to be using user profiles and Active Directory to help us in the securing our network. And these products allow for open bandwidth, meaning we don't have to cut down the bandwidth and keep people from being productive when we use Cisco's TrustSec. The cool thing about the Cisco product line and the continuum is something that Star Trek doesn't have, and that is Talos. Talos is Cisco's huge department of thousands of security experts and tons of intelligence from the programs that they use to monitor an entire network. Talos is the brains of this whole Cisco integration. As it's learning, as it's seeing the network, it's looking at 2.5 million threats and solving them every second of the day. It's looking at 13 billion emails every single hour. With that intelligence, we're saving time on identifying the threat. We're saving on time on quarantining the threat. We're saving on time and energy on containment, and then, of course, fixing the threat. The other cool thing about Talos is it's doing it by acting like the brains. It's doing it across all the Cisco products. So while it's looking at everything, it's also looking at the next generation firewall. It's looking at the IPS. It's looking at the ISE. It's looking at all those products we already previously mentioned, and it's updating them, and it's teaching them, and it's making them learn what to look for next time so that the network will catch that next problem. The key things are that Cisco is the only company out there that provides cradle to grave from beginning to end on security. Everybody else and every other company that's buying everybody else's products all have a piece of it, meaning, you know, your competitor is probably buying 30, 40 different security products and taking those products and trying to manage them all together. Now, individually, each of those products might have merit and might be as good as one or two of the Cisco products, but it's missing the big picture. The big picture is we need to see the whole network all the time, real time. And I think the coolest thing, one of the final features that I love about Cisco, and I'm hoping you're loving about it too now, is that it doesn't matter if it's an on-prem solution. It doesn't matter if it's a cloud. Cisco is agnostic, meaning it doesn't care what your operating system is. It doesn't care what kind of equipment you have in your network. So it doesn't matter if it's IBM or Hewlett-Packard or Dell. It doesn't matter if it's iOS, Android, or Windows. It works across all platforms, all devices. I hope you're as passionate about the Cisco security products as I am passionate, talking to you about it today. My goal, by telling you a little bit about the Cisco security, is try to have you schedule another appointment with me with my security team, the people that get down into the nitty-gritty of how these products work and how they interrelate, how they fit on your network, how they're going to save you time, whether it be time that's saved when there's a threat and recovery from threat, or time from even trying to find the threat. We also want to talk about ROI, return on investment. How are we going to justify the costs of the Cisco solution? Well, my team is going to identify all the hard and soft costs, all the CapEx and all the OpEx costs that are saved by doing a total end-to-end Cisco solution. And basically, the product is probably going to pay for itself in 1 or 2 years, and you're going to enjoy the fact that you can sleep at night, that the chances of you getting hacked or breached are now minimized as best they can be. It's never going to be 100% perfect, and that's why there's always stage 3. So again, my goal today is hopefully next Tuesday or Wednesday, say 10 o'clock in the morning. You can check your calendars right now and see if there's an opportunity for us to come in with our security team and do a deeper dive. And I think you're going to very much be amazed at what we can do for you in terms of making your company a better company and a safer company. And I thank you for your time.